Okay, doing a video on how to solve bleeding the air out of a 2003 Ford F-150 5.4 Triton. So I've been flushing the system. If you watch my other videos, we've installed half the front end of the new motor. Alternator, power steering pump a couple months ago, AC compressor, water pump, thermostat, and new belt. Getting rid of the mechanical fan, going with electrical. Waiting for Amazon to come in the next hour. So what you do is you go down to the auto parts store and you buy this. This is what I did, okay? And that'll fit in here on this line here. But you got to get spring clamps, and nobody sells them anymore. So you got to go to the junkyard. What I did is went to the junkyard and got some spring clamps, same size as these. Oop! I got to tighten that down. That's not good. I need to shut off the truck. Shut off the truck. Quick, shut it off. Glad I'm looking here. Get the hose clamp on this clamp. I bought some new hose clamp pliers. Clamp that line before it blows off. Please hurry, this line is hot. See this clamp? Lower it. No, you ain't gonna reach it now. Nope, 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 nope. Go get the other clamp. Don't throw my tools on the ground. So you're going to fill up the radiator, and then you're going to bleed it after you've installed your bleeder. But you got to get these spring clamps. Just go to the junkyard and pull some off a motor. Pull a whole bunch, and then push down the red button. There you go. And then you're going to install it with spring clamps. Don't use any other type of clamps. And then as you're going through here, watch. You get your car up to operating temperature, and then you can bleed the air out of here. And watch. Now this will come all the way out. You got to wear safety glasses and be careful. Don't go more than about where I'm at right here, okay? Don't come out more than about that, okay? I'll show you. Right about there, okay? And then you'll see it start bubbling, the air will come out, okay? So, you install that, that'll allow you to bleed the heater core. Run it without the cap on. Get your engine up to operating temperature. Monitor your exhaust temps, monitor your head temperature, very important. Don't get over 400 degrees, you ruin your head. So it's helpful if you have a scan tool when you're doing this. Okay, let's get it restarted. We'll take another look here. Oh my God, can they hide this ignition any further away from you? And then turn on your heater, full blast, and you'll know when the air's out of the heater core. Because you'll get heat in the beginning, then you won't. And then the thermostat will open up, it'll burp a bunch of air up in the heater core, and then you go bleed that line through with that bleeder, and then you'll get heat again. Let's see where we're at for temperatures here. And we know on the engine, we got our temperature gauge working, but I've got according to my scan here, I've got a bad oil pressure sender. So I've got to change that today too. So let's take a look here where we're sitting for temperatures. It takes a little bit for this to load. So that'll help you out anyway if you're going through dealing with this, because I know it's a real pain in the rear end trying to bleed these systems. They should have just came with something from the factory, as I described in my prior video, so they don't. So the other option I was going to do a drain petcock valve out of brass, 1/4 inch. I was going to tap on top of the motor. If this didn't work, I was going to tap and install that petcock drain. right here. So you could do that. I mean, why when this way is easier? But you know, you always figure you got to have a backup plan, right? Something don't work, get your backup plan, and then you can get it done that day instead of not. So this would be your petcock drain, right? That's 1/4 inch. And then you have your 1/4 inch tap. So you could go that route, 1/4 inch 18 NPT, right? And they tell you how to use with 7/16 drill bits. So if this didn't work or had not worked, this would have went in where I just showed you. Okay, that's going back to the store. It's $25 worth of 2 parts for the die and that valve. But let's go take a look. Maybe the computer's done. Oh, hose clamps removers. So you got this style, which come in really handy a lot of times, and then this is a nice style also, if you can just get at them easily. Okay, so every garage should have a pair of these and a good pair of these, so that'll help you out with dealing with these hose clamps. Here you go. I got this for you. That's for you. It's a new charger with a light up skull head. Okay, so let's take a look where we're sitting here. Plenty of heat coming out, and get you held here. Cylinder head temperature, come on, give it to me. 190 degrees. Cylinder head temperature status, no fault. Temperature engine coolant, come on, spit it out, give it to me. 190 degrees. Perfect. This is even better than last night. Why didn't have the bleeder? Right on the money for the thermostat's working right on the... Sorry, I wasn't looking through the phone. Thermostat's working perfectly. So there's the thermostat, engine coolant. Cylinder head temperature 192 degrees. That is fabulous. So there it is. There's your solution. Okay, hopefully this helps some people out. I'm flushing this for the second time using some Blue Devil radiator flush, and then I gotta get out of this truck. This is baking me out. Blue Devil radiator flush, follow the instructions. This is the second time. First time I installed the Blue Devil, flushed it, drained it, and the block. Now there's a block drain under here. I'm not crawling under the truck to show you, but it's about down there. You got to crawl under the truck, look up, and it's going to take this to get it out. Actually, it's a 5/16 hex. Okay. What the hell? Let's show you guys. If we can see, it's darker than shit in here. All right, here we go. Come on. Woohoo! She's hot. Anyway, I ain't getting any closer to this exhaust. You see that little? There it is. See it? Yeah, you can see it right by that freeze plug. I get out of here because I'm 2 inches from the catalytic converter and it's getting warm and I don't need a tan or a burned face. All right, come on, come on, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Stay off the dirt. Stay out of the dirt. So anyway, when you initially get that out, you're going to need a 1/2 inch impact to take it out if you want to get it out easily. So you're going to go like this, right? Swivel, 1/2 inch impact, drop down to 3/8 drive, and then put that bit on there, and then make sure you got it seated all the way into that screw, and then hit it up. So hopefully this helps some people out dealing with it. So here's your solution right here. Okay, Stormin. Look that up. You'll see a picture of it online. Dual aluminum coolant bleeder replaces OE plastic. It's for some other vehicle, but it just so happens to fit that line. Okay. So like I say, install it right there, and you're good to go. I'm also going to put a radiator cap fill T in here so I can take a look at my coolant when it's running through. I like to physically see coolant flowing through the system, so can't see it through a bottle. So I'll install that later, and I'll be able to run this without the cap, and I can see the coolant flowing through instead of guessing, because you ain't seeing nothing flowing through this bottle right now. It's not really doing anything. See what I mean? Just sitting there. And I know it's going to be under pressure, blah, 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 but that's my whole point, right? And then hopefully this helps somebody out. Over and out.